Yeah. Play. Good morning, everyone. It's your girls from Obscure Orations. Her Dana, me Tay, and we know we're like really delayed, but this week went in a weird kind of roller coaster way that we weren't expecting. So we didn't really get to the Monday recap of episode 2 of House of the Dragon. So we apologize for the delay. We'll try to make it slightly sooner this next week, hopefully. Maybe we'll see. Uh, So let's dive right on in because I think it was this season already so far. It's only been 2 episodes. I'm like, this is fucking phenomenal.
I said the same thing. I said if the caliber of these two episodes could have been in maybe a little bit of season one, I think it would have been Polish. It would have been more not the episode would have been Polish. I talked to my son. Um, I think it would have been more the build up would have been more because what they've done in these two episodes has been nothing short of amazing in character development,
hmm
action. Like it's
It's
been good.
for me, it's like season 1, I absolutely love. Like they did such a good job. Like they hooked you so quickly, and the way that they did the time jump to show all of the characters, like, okay, here's them as kids, here's what's going on, here's this, here's that, like, and then season 2 was I liked it better the second time watching it all the way through. The first time I think was a letdown because I expected it to be as good as season 1 and have the same kind of pacing. But they did season 2 at a kind of like a slower pace where you could see now that we've gotten into season 3, they are setting up all of the groundwork for season 3,
Right.
which I'm like, okay, cool, I get it. Like, you still had some pretty epic parts in season 2 where you're like, okay, yeah, the kid losing his head, Maylee's and Rhaenys dying. That one just, oh god, my heart. So you definitely had some of those parts, but this season, this feels like, again, it's only 2 episodes in, so we could be getting ahead of ourselves. But this season feels like it's the love child of season 1 and 2 coming together, where you're getting the good character development from season 1, and you're getting the payoff from all of the road work from season 2 coming together, where you're like, okay, okay, we're clipping along now. We're getting some of the battles going on, and like,
Agreed.
I am not an Aemon fan, but watching him as he flew in on Vagar and just annihilated Harrenhal, just him and his dragon, her blowing fire, him just hacking and slashing through everyone, cutting through them like freaking hot knife through butter. And it was so cool to see. And the detail that they put in to that armor is gorgeous. And I thought that I had seen something wrong at first, like, because he moves so fast. I thought that I had seen part of his face, like the left side of his face, just completely covered. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm just imagining it. Until I saw a clip from like behind the scenes where the
Mhm.
creators were like, yep, because he doesn't have his left eye, we just made it a solid piece. Like, you still have the T, but then this piece is actually blacked out with like a metal part on the helmet. I'm like, oh, I wasn't imagining it. It's a cool little detail where you don't really see it fully in the action sequence, but you see it enough that you're like, oh yeah, this is freaking cool. Like that, some of the moves that he did, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, do more, kill more, hack and slash, more violence,
Yeah,
more violence.
it definitely the second episode to me I think was maybe a smidge better than the first.
Yeah, like it
I
took it up
like the
that little.
battles, but Norm's bothering me.
I like the battles, but Norm's bothering me. He shouldn't bother you during the battle conversations. He'll be one of the victims. But like in in the episode, so much they're getting in so much story, but not in a bad way where it feels like it doesn't feel disconnected. Everything still feels together. So seeing like when what's his face there when Damon actually came home to Rhaenyra and he's like, okay, he's like, hey, sweetie, no, your son just died. Sorry about that. Um, we need to go to King's Landing. Hey, could you pack up, like, put on some clothes? And then the scene with him and his ex lover there. I can never remember her actual name, but the white
Oh, the
worm.
horror.
Yes, the whore. Uh, when he's talking to her and like the two of them are like, yeah, yeah, well, I like her more. No, I like her more. She listens to me more than she listens to you. I'm like, okay, calm down, children. She just lost her kid. She's not really in a good headspace for either of you to be like, she's mine, she's mine, she's mine, she's mine. Oh, I'm sorry.
So, spoiler alert,
Oh, yeah.
obviously, obviously.
Yes.
But yeah, so I want to jump to the ending with um Rhaenyra in
Oh,
the throne
yes.
room
Yes.
and Alicent and
Helena.
Helena come in, and that poor innocent girl,
Right?
all she wanted was some chickens.
That was one of
Instead,
that line.
she
Like,
sees
oh,
her grandsire beheaded. Now, I want to talk about that dynamic because all through the episode, Rhaenyra was like, Alicent is bending the knee, um, son for son. She's giving me, and I'm taking the throne. He he will bend the knee, and she was so, we've got it all worked out. She came to me, we made this deal. And then she gets there and bring in Otto, right in front of Allison. So I think Allison knows she's fucked.
well, so I mean, you watch how that all plays out, and the fact that Lars left Otto down in the chambers. So that brings a whole new light to so many different things where you're like, okay, Alicent and her brother have been trying to get a hold of their father for days, weeks, months, who knows at this point in
Right.
time, and haven't been able to hear anything. And Alicent's like, okay, dad doesn't normally ignore me. I'm the child he always loved the most and could use the best. um, Meanwhile, frickin' Lars has had him down in the dungeons this entire time since he was fallen from grace as the hand. He has had him in those dungeons since that point on, and has literally kept him there. And went, I'm gonna keep him as a peace offering to Damon when he shows up, so that when they go down into the crypt there or the cells, and the guy's like, oh hey, Lord Lars left you this over here, by the way. Go and find him and then drag him up. I was like, really? That was a plot twist I was not expecting. I assumed like the Triarchy or one of the other little lordlings had them. Like, that's what I was picturing. I didn't foresee it being that he was within the Red Keep the entire time, just an awaiting present
Yeah.
for Damon to come in and be like, well, here you go, and then to make Rhaenyra be the one who took his head. That was not how I would have wanted it either. And just the look on Otto's face when she does that first swing and completely misses. And he looks just like, why? You're like, ooh, yep, yep, yep. This is going back to Queen Anne Boleyn with, I think was it Anne Boleyn? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was her who, when they went to cut off her head, they didn't have a sharp axe, so it took 7 strikes, I think it was, to chop her head off
Yes.
before it fell off finally. It's like, great. So we are going from history again. Oh, well, she missed the first one. Oh, here, let me try again. Damon's just like, that's right, hack his head off. It's like, oh, great. This turned out so good for her. Then when she finally sits the Iron Throne, that was like, Emma Darcy needs to get, I don't know what awards that a TV show gets, Oscars,
Emmys.
Emmys.
Emmys or
They
Golden
need
Globes,
all
I
of them.
believe.
That's what Emma Darcy deserves. All of the awards. Because the emotional roller coaster that they're putting us on and that they have to take for this character, just oh, so fucking good.
So let me ask you, how how certain were you that when she sat on that throne she was going to cut herself?
So I was 1,000,000% certain because in the book she does.
Yeah, she does in the book, I know.
Like she literally, the moment she takes her first seat, she's just like her dad, where she takes that seat and she gets a cut. I don't know where on her body, but she immediately starts getting cut. And it's like, so I was sitting there on bated breath. I'm like, okay, here it comes, here it comes, and then nothing. And I was
And
just sat there
and
confused.
I saw that it said the reasoning why she sustained so many cuts is because the throne kind of punishes those that shouldn't be sitting on it.
Yep, those
So
that are unworthy.
she shouldn't be the ruler of the
Yep,
Seven Kingdoms.
it's kind of like
No.
having like the throne. It's like the Iron Throne almost has its own sentience to it, where it can't speak per se, but it can have opinions of going, I don't like your ass on me. I'm gonna
Right.
cut you until you just end up dying from some strange diseases that I'm gonna give you because nobody peroxided me or bleached me or vinegared me. They just
Well,
let me
I
sit
mean,
here.
Viserys, right?
Yep. I mean, look, his entire reign was nothing but him getting cut on that damn thing. Like, why would you not put down a cushion? Because I know I've read before that like Joffrey gets cut to hell on that throne in the Game of Thrones series or book series
Okay.
because he's so like he's one of those he's so unworthy and like he gets cut up all to hell in it too. Where I'm like, oh yeah, that would definitely make sense for he is unworthy. So I was mildly disappointed to not see her get a little nick on her when she sat down. Like even I was
Right.
kind of expecting them like I thought what they would do was she would sit down, put her hand on it, and she would have the same cut that her father got, like when Viserys sat the throne, and we see it in season 1 where he gets that cut along his pinky, and he's like,
Right.
ah. I was expecting them to do like a mirroring of that, where she sat down and all of a sudden she got a cut along her pinky, just to show that
Ooh,
okay, because
that would have
that would
been good.
right. I was like, oh, that would have been such a good way to lace it back to like, okay, she's just like her father. She's not supposed to be on the throne. Um,
And that's another thing. Was Viserys not supposed to be on the throne?
I would have been so curious had, like, I mean, I don't know about in the book, but in the TV series, they obviously have Damon just lounging on the throne and never seems to get cut when he was doing it. But I would have been curious, like, if Rhaenys had sat it, would she have been just fine? Would she have been unharmed by touching the throne? Would it have been okay? Like, I would have been very curious to see that outcome.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Honestly, till right now, I hadn't. I was like, oh, would the throne have been accepting of her sitting on it? But there's so many there's so many mixed emotions about like I'm excited that Rhaenyra is sitting on the Iron Throne, but that means that from this point on, I mean, it's not been a cakewalk forward to begin with, but from this point on, it's just nothing but horrible things that happen to her because the Dance of Dragons only takes place over a 2 year span. And in that 2 year
Right.
span, the throne is technically held by Aegon, Aemon, her back to Aegon, I think. And then can't remember if he dies before the technical end, and then her son sits it. So she dies during that period too. Like there is so much heartbreak that is coming our way that I am just not prepared. Where I'm like, okay, the next season and a half are going to be nothing but heartbreak because at some point in time we're going to lose Rhaenyra, we're going to lose all of the dragons. Uh, Alicent is going to be the only one who makes it into old age because she's the
That's
only
not
one,
fair.
right? Well, I mean, it's one of those things where it's not fair, but at the same time, kind of justice because that means that she has to live with the knowledge of she did all of this. This was all her fault
Yeah,
because had she not said anything about it, she wouldn't have spurred on the council and she could have turned the people immediately and been like, okay, Rhaenyra, your rightful queen, she's coming to town, everyone be cool. And instead, because she fanned the fires, now, mind you, I've seen a bunch of stuff online lately talking about how different the TV version and the book version are. Where in the book,
okay.
I guess she actually was the driving force behind the usurping. Like, the moment that she had Aegon, she's like, right, my boy's going to be king. We got to figure out how to get rid of her. So it was like, oh, like, well, that was different than the TV show where they're like, yeah, they really softened her for the TV show versus in the
Really?
book. Oh, apparently she's just a right evil bitch in the book. Like I would say she's probably like Cersei level evil, like Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like she's that level of evil, I
Ooh.
guess.
Well, yeah, she's making her kids marry each other and
Yep.
procreate.
And I guess it's one of those things where I understand more now that more stuff has come out and more people have read the books and have come forward with okay why they understand with George R. R. Martin why he's like, okay, well, this isn't what I wrote. I'm stepping back. Why he keeps getting angry with the HBO people for how much they're changing his work. Now, with Game of Thrones, I got it. He still hasn't finished those books, so they had to do something. They had to continue the story somehow and kind of get like the base outline of what he was doing. Whereas
Yeah.
with this book, he had fully written out, already published. They had read it from cover to cover. They have all the information. And yet, I'm seeing more and more how they have drastically changed the story and the characters. Where I'm like, oh, that's not going to be good. Because then it makes me
Well,
angry when I'm like, well, great. Now when I read the book, I'm going to be angry, going, well, this is what the hell.
but but that's the case with any good book that gets made into a movie. You're so hard pressed to find one that is within a 90 percentile
Yes.
of being factual to what goes on in the book. One one book, one book that I can think of that I've read the book and watched watched a production of, which is Harlan Coben. Netflix makes a lot of his books into eight-part series. So
Yes.
the latest one that he has on Netflix now is I Will Find You.
Yes, I've heard of them. I haven't watched them, but I've heard of them.
And yeah, yeah, for an author who is based on the East Coast of the United States, Netflix is setting all of his shows in England. Like all of his books are British, except for this one. They actually left it in America, on American soil. So, but it was filmed in Ontario. Um, but yeah, it's Stephen King's The Stand is a great comparison because both books are 1100
Yeah.
pages and then some, right? So if you've ever read the unabridged version of The Stand, it's 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 a mammoth novel.
Yeah.
When they first made it into a miniseries, again, it was a made for TV miniseries. So it was all right. Then they did it again a few years ago, and I don't know if it was HBO
Oh,
or Apple TV or one of the streaming services did it. But again, because it's such a mammoth book and there's so many characters, and in the book, you can take 7, 8 pages for one instance of character development,
yep.
right? So, oh, your book's 1,300 pages long, but if you take out all the character development in the story and just go with the plot and the beginning, the middle, the end,
Uh-huh.
book's only like 300 pages long.
Yep.
So I think that's what Martin is confronted with when he sees his character development that he wrote in the book isn't being shown in the series because they just don't have the time for it. They're trying to get important things done or things that develop the storyline and they can't do
Yeah.
it because they just don't have that time or they've only been granted 5 or 6 seasons or whatever it is,
Yeah.
right?
And I think that's the hard part why when you look at something like anything that's a larger book, it gets more difficult to turn into, especially a movie. Like I would always rather see a larger book get turned into a series because then you can get more information in versus turning it into a 1 2 hour long movie where you're like, yeah, you have to cut out a shit ton of stuff that is actually important to the story, but you got to figure out what's more important. Like, what's the most important stuff? Put that into the series or the movie and be willing to cut things like that character. I've heard more and more about her. The character Nettles, the one who actually um, rides Sheep Stealer, and how for a lot of people they're having a hard time with it because she's actually a practiced dragon rider. She rides sheep stealer, all over the place and has a really good bond. Fully trained, knows how to use the dragon. The dragon respects her when she tells it to like, don't do this,
You
don't do
can leave it
that.
out, Norm. I'm gonna do it when I'm done this.
So it's one of those things where um in the books, she's such a vital character because she does join Rhaenyra's team, but Sheep Stealer is actually an asset to it, unlike in the TV series where they just completely axed the character and then gave Rhaena
And
the
and
dragon.
he totally destroyed.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. They all have wood. They all have flaggy things. They all have these things. Just burn them all. If you
Well, I
burn them
mean,
all, you can't be wrong.
she did keep yelling, "No, Dracarys," and he's like, "Fire! Okay, let's do this.
I've
Give him a target."
I've loved all of the memes where they put in there that she's saying
Yes,
Dracaris, no Dracaris, like that to Dracaris terror, um, and him going, I don't know what you're saying. Do you want me to kill these things? I don't speak that language. And just
and
going
then he
like,
just kind of went off on his own, anyways.
yep. And then
There was other milk in the other fridge.
um, for her to show up back in the veil, like if I were that woman, the the mistress of Aaron there, the leader of them, I wouldn't have let her stay there. It would have been like, yeah, when your father finds out that you're the cause of his wife's son, um, there's probably going to be a problem. Get off my land. I don't care how big the veil is. Get out. I don't want a dragon that you can't control. Like Raina trying to do a publicity stunt where she's like, but you wanted a dragon that's controlled. You can't
Right?
control it, as you just told me you killed your stepbrother. So, or your half step, whatever the hell sibling connection they actually have through all of it. You're the cause of his death. I don't think you're going to be an asset to protect my lands.
Yeah. It's I look forward to tonight's episode.
Yes.
I'm excited to see. I again, I wish this was one of the shows that, because they make us wait so long in between seasons,
Yes.
I wish it was the type of show that released the whole season.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if you're going to make us wait 2 years, just let us have all of the damn things. Just give it to us in one go. Let me binge watch it in a day, feel all of the heartbreak, because now there's so many things that I want to see and don't want to see mixed together that I'm like, but I want the answers right away. Like I want the instant gratification to be able to go on to the next episode. Be like, okay, this is what's going to happen. This is what's happening now. Like it was so many things happened in the episode, both good and bad. Like Damon going back, picking her up, going to King's Landing, getting her all the way there, the Gold Cloaks teaming up with them, um, finding out Otto was in the dungeon the entire time, Alicent being escorted back in. And I did love the part that people were pointing out, going, oh, they're trying to camouflage and escape. Meanwhile, they are wearing their royal capes and
I know.
outfits. I'm like, you do realize you stick out like a sore thumb. Of course, people are going to notice you guys. You're the queen.
Their faces are fully exposed.
Yep,
Do you honestly think you don't know what the Queen's face looks like?
right?
I know they're common people, but Jesus.
They've watched you wander through the streets. And I mean, look at Allison. She goes to the Sept, I don't even know how many times a week to go pray. All of the common folk, and they're not like, it's not like in Game of Thrones where, what's his face there? Joffrey would constantly be in the litter being carried around, so you couldn't see his face. You just knew that he existed. Whereas they're out and about constantly, no litters, just walking or open air areas where they're like, oh, yes, I'm the queen. It's like, yeah, they all know your damn face. So no wonder you got hauled on back. Where it's like, yeah, had you left sooner, like you all agreed upon, and now I don't even know what Rhaenyra is going to do about it because she's now sat the throne, and now the queen and the queen dowager have re-arrived back to the to the damn castle, where you could see in Rhaenyra's face where she's like, you promised you would leave and run. Now I'm probably going to have to kill you because you stayed.
Yeah.
Go get
You
your
have to kill your
chickens.
father in front of you.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that? Oh. And then you have Damon who's just rubbing it in, going, you're like, yeah, that's right. My wife took your dad's head. What you gonna do about it? Oh. Oh God.
I know. So tonight's going to be interesting.
Yes. I'm I'm so curious to see where this all leads, like what she does with Helena. I mean, you think about it, she now has Alicent, Helena, and just Jahara, I think was the daughter's name. So
Yeah.
she has three generations right there where you're like, cool. So do you kill your half sister and your half niece? Because technically you're a female on the throne. So now you don't only have to worry about the men folk coming for your throne. Now you're going to worry about the females coming for your throne. Like,
Yeah.
well, shit, because it went from being a male heir to have it to female heir could have it. Crap, now your competition just doubled.
Yeah.
Just like
So
that.
a lot of questions, and hopefully you get some answers tonight.
Yep, I'm ready. It's
Me
still
too.
like it's only like 9 hours away. I can totally wait.
And I think if
Impatiently.
you're good on Tuesday, we
Yeah, I
can
don't
do,
think I'm doing anything. Let me double check real quick.
yeah.
Huh. Yep, I look like I'm free on Tuesday. So
All
yes,
right. So
Tuesday I think
Tuesday
she'll
we'll
be the
do
day.
our episode recap
Yes. Yes, we
for
shall.
episode
Oh,
3.
I'm already excited. I'm excited and scared all at the same time. So many emotions.
Awesome. So let us know what you guys think. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, we're here for them. Thank you. Happy Canada Day. Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Oh, yep.
Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, and we'll catch everybody later.
Hi guys.